Yo, 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 what's up? I'm Anthony Singleton, and welcome to Dying to Live Presents. So, for people that are new to my YouTube channel or new to any of my videos, I basically take common themes that are reoccurring throughout my week or things that people want to talk about, and I discuss those things every single morning. Those videos are fairly short, and soon we'll be transitioning not only to the morning inspirational videos, but we'll start going towards weekly segments that are kind of like virtual classes, right? So hopefully you enjoy them. But today, what I really want to talk about is something that changed my life today, that gave me a perspective that I didn't have when I woke up this morning. Like most of America, we're stuck in the rat race, right? We get up at a certain time. Excuse me. We get in our car for our commute without a thought of, what tomorrow brings, right? I went to my interviews this morning, interviewed some people. That went good. Reached in my pocket when I was going to go buy some lunch, lost $20. So I didn't have my debit card. I didn't have my lunch money. So I was kind of irritated at that. I was just running around campus, right? Running around doing what I do. Help one of the little homies take care of a housing situation he has. He's a young buck, so I'm trying to be a better role model than the ones I've had. Not saying that they were bad. It's just that when you were living the kind of life that we were living, the only thing that they can teach you is to be better at doing bad stuff, right? So I wanted to be a positive role model to him. So I took him to a SNAP appointment, helping him get the resources that he needs. We got a job. Anyway, I head back to the campus. Fire alarm goes off. I'm like, dang. Really? Can my brother just sit down and get something to drink and eat a banana? I'm upset about that. So I rush off to meet my appointment. She had called me. She had called me the day before and told me she wasn't sure what she wanted to do. She just lost her job. She's making good money. She has the skills she thinks that to help her get another job, but should she go to college? What should she do? And she's like, well, I really don't have a lot of time that I want to take away from my son. And being the kind of dude I am, I'm like, hey, none of us have enough time, right? Like, are we gonna give up? Are we giving up time now for time later? Right? Isn't that the way we should be thinking? If your kid's 5, he's not gonna really remember you missing a couple choir concerts or band concerts or whatever. But when that kid gets older and plays football, he's going to notice that you're not there at the game, or if he's in band at that point or choir, whatever it is, his extracurricular activity is, he's going to realize you weren't there because he's older. So it's going to leave a bigger imprint, so it's going to be a bigger issue then. And that's what I said yesterday. Well, so I meet with her today, and she looks at me dead in the eyes and she says, well, I have health issues. And of course, me being the positive individual I am, always trying to motivate somebody, I said, again, people have health issues, but it doesn't mean that life stops. We still got to move forward. And she says, well, I've never told anybody this really, but I have stage 4 cancer and I have 18 months to live. Damn. 25 years old. And she's got 18 months to live. And she's a single mother of a 5-year-old. Think about that. What would any of us do? I felt like a real jerk. But for whatever reason, the first thing that comes to my mind is, so what are we going to do? And she's like, well, I'm really up against it with time. She is, right? She's like, so I don't know what I'm going to do with education. I said, education? No, what are we doing in your life? Like, I shut off the computer, turned over paperwork. We're not talking about college anymore, people. We're not talking about education. We're talking about she is literally on a time schedule, right? Now, think about this. Why most of us are tethered to fear because of our long-term planning and our goals. She has a day, a time, a theoretical time frame of when she can expect to die. But the thing that's crazy to me is that when I asked her what she was doing for the last year, she said working and paying the bills. Working and paying the bills. Think about it. Where most of us would have curled up in a ball and felt sorry for ourselves and waited around to die, she was handling business like nothing changed. I was inspired by that. Here I am worried about my little $20 and the fire alarm, and this woman might have to leave her kid in 18 months. So from that minute on, the conversation changed, right? The conversation changed dramatically. I said, no, what are we doing to live your life a little bit more? Well, what do you mean? What do I mean? What are the things you haven't done yet? Forget college, forget work, forget anything we're talking about. What's on the list, baby? What are we doing? And she says, well, I really don't have a list because people kind of aren't talking about it. I said, there's no sense in not talking about it. It's coming. So why don't we live a little bit, right? When's the last time you poured some cereal on your floor and let your kid run through it? Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Why does your kid have to go to school tomorrow? Why can't y'all just stay up tonight and eat ice cream all night? In the grand scheme of things, is it really going to matter? When's the last time you went to a movie? She said 4 months. What does it matter if you go to a movie tonight? She said, I got tickets. Well, then go. I helped her map out a bucket list. She said that she was afraid of having fish touch her if she snorkels, and she's never snorkeled. That's on the list. She said her friend invited her to go to skydiving and she's scared. That's on the list. She says she wants to go on a road trip across America. Shoot, I Googled the best locations across America and the places I've been so that she can experience it too. The point is this, is that you never know when your time is up. And here we are worrying about things that really don't matter. We're in fear of things that we shouldn't be in fear of. Really, most people in America are not happy. I can tell by your social media accounts and the kind of shit that you watch on TV. Look, if you're still watching the Kardashians or reality TV, obviously you don't have enough drama in your own life. And you really need to focus, right? Second, all the negative stuff I see on social media, man, if you put that much time into your life, how much better could you be? And here we are, worrying about bills, worrying about frenemies, worried about drama. Man, none of that stuff matters when you only have 18 months to live. She changed my life. She changed my life because I realized then that the things that I was concerned about don't matter, right? And going to work and how much money you have in your account, none of that shit matters. You know what matters? Time. Time. Time matters. Time and love are the real riches of the world. And she helped me realize that today. And I hope I helped her realize that the most important thing she could do with the 18 months she has left is give love, tell the people she loves that she does love them, receive love, and have fun. I said, why aren't you filming your life right now? Why aren't you taking pictures of everything you enjoy? Because the only thing that you have, young lady, is how you're remembered. Now, you may think you're going to die, but doesn't your son have your blood running through his veins? Doesn't your son look like you? Doesn't your son benefit from what you teach him right now? So you're going to live regardless. The only question left is how you're going to live, right? And that's the question I ask you. How are you going to live? Because I know what I'm doing with my time on this earth. Do you know what you're doing with yours? Right? And by the time we were done with the conversation, I asked her, I said, what do you have to lose? Who cares if you don't have money? What are they going to do? They're going to repo your casket? Huh? They're going to dig you up and take that to the bank? No. At the end of the day, the only thing that matters is how you're remembered by your son. And you made an impact on my life. And so I want your son to remember you as I remember you. Someone who was unafraid, but has never lived. And by the time I'm done, over this next 18 months, you're going to live. I even said, hey, I really hope that we can become friends. And I said, do you know why I want to be your friend? She shook her head no. I said, because I don't feel sorry for you, not one bit. I don't. That's not why. I want to be your friend because I think you're phenomenal. Yeah, come in. And you are going to do phenomenal things. So remember that. Remember that in closing, okay? If you had 18 months to live, 18 months, what would you do? Would you live life like you're living it now, or would you change? Would you sit there and feel sorry for yourself, or would you go out there and get to this money? If that doesn't inspire you, I don't know what does. She changed my life. And I hope that over the next 18 months we become really good friends. And if she does pass away, I want to be there to let her know that she's remembered for the person that I met today. not the person who's laying in that bed when it's time to go. And hopefully her memory, regardless, lives on through me and my hard work for my community, and it lives on through the rest of you through this message of understanding what life is really about. And life is really about love, uh, time, and just being happy. So do that. Instead of yelling at your kids all the time, instead of always arguing all the time, do some fun stuff. You know, pour that cereal out on the floor. Who cares? It's just a mess. Keep your kid home and hug them, love on them a little bit more. Who cares? It's just a day. If you have something to say to people you love, say it, because you never know when you're gonna get that notice, right? That says, "Hey, your time is up." But I can't stress enough how much she's inspired me, how much I want to work harder, and how I hope that my family and hers become really close, and I can help remind her, you know, that she's dying to live, much like me, and much like my friends, and much like the people that I've lost on this journey. So with that, I hope this message comes to you and it helps you, it inspires you, and think about that. All right, peace and love.